Why are so many countries suddenly turning their backs on Americans? What's really happening across the globe that has made the USA passport less welcome in 2025? In a world where international travel used to be a symbol of freedom and opportunity, American citizens are now facing an unexpected reality: increasing restrictions, deportations, and cold shoulders from nations that once welcomed them with open arms. The iconic blue USA passport, once considered one of the most powerful in the world, is now starting to lose its charm in some of the most visited and lived-in countries. So, what went wrong? From diplomatic tensions to cultural clashes, and from strict immigration crackdowns to rising nationalism, Americans are being pushed out at alarming rates. Longtime residents are being forced to pack up and leave, digital nomads are finding their visas canceled, and even tourists are being flagged for overstaying their welcome. Some nations are reacting to America's foreign policy, while others are simply overwhelmed by the influx of foreign residents, blaming them for rising costs and eroding local traditions. 2025 has brought a new wave of restrictions, and for Americans abroad, the world is feeling smaller, colder, and less welcoming. Whether it's former allies or traditional travel hotspots, the message is becoming clearer: you're not welcome anymore. In this video, we'll explore the 10 countries that are actively kicking out Americans and why things are only getting worse. You'll be shocked by some of the names on this list. So stay with us till the end, and don't forget to subscribe, because global shifts like these are happening faster than ever, and you deserve to stay one step ahead. Let's dive in. Number 10. Canada. Is America's friend turning cold? What's going wrong between the USA and its friendly neighbor to the north? Has America overstayed its welcome in Canada? Once seen as an easy escape for Americans seeking better healthcare, peaceful cities, and a slower pace of life, Canada is no longer rolling out the red carpet. In 2025, Canada has introduced stricter immigration laws, especially targeting temporary American workers, digital nomads, and retirees. Recent reports show an increase in denied visa extensions and permanent residency rejections. Rising housing costs and pressure on healthcare systems have pushed Canadian politicians to limit the number of foreign residents, including Americans. Don't miss stories like this. Tap that bell and be part of our journey. Number 9. Mexico. Is the American dream now unwanted in Mexico? Did you know thousands of Americans have moved to Mexico for a cheaper life? But now things are changing fast. With over 1.6 million Americans living in Mexico, locals are expressing frustration. Skyrocketing rents in places like Mexico City and Tulum have triggered backlash, and Americans are being blamed for gentrification and cultural erosion. In 2025, Mexico's immigration agency is cracking down on long-term tourist visas and Airbnb-style residents. Raids and deportations are on the rise, and Americans without proper permits are being told to leave fast. Mexico's message is clear: if you're not contributing legally, you're not welcome anymore. Number 8. China. A ticking time bomb for American expats. Why are American businesses and residents packing up and leaving China? Has it finally reached the point of no return? Tensions between China and America have reached dangerous levels in 2025. The trade war, tech rivalry, and military posturing have pushed both countries to implement stricter rules for each other's citizens. China, in particular, is targeting American expats, especially those in the education, journalism, and tech industries. Exit bans, random inspections, and surveillance are becoming more common. Several Americans have been detained without clear explanations, sending a chilling message: leave while you still can. If this shocks you, make sure to hit that like button and follow for more global updates. Number 7. United Arab Emirates, no longer a playground for American wealth. Is the glamorous lifestyle in Dubai still open for Americans? Or are the sands shifting? The UAE once welcomed Americans with open arms, especially those working in oil, aviation, and tech. But in 2025, a new wave of nationalism and pro-Gulf employment policies are driving foreigners, including Americans, out of jobs and homes. Many American educators and white-collar workers are seeing contracts suddenly terminated. Some are denied renewal of their residency permits, forcing them to leave within days. With increasing surveillance, any social media post or cultural misstep can now result in deportation. This is no longer just about visas, it's about being seen as a threat to national values. Number 6. Hungary. Eastern Europe's anti-America shift. What has made Hungary so hostile toward America in recent years? Is this a sign of deeper shifts in Europe? Hungary's prime minister has made it clear: Hungary first, foreign influence last. And that includes American citizens. New visa rules and restrictions are being implemented under the banner of protecting Hungarian culture and identity. American NGOs and educators are being pushed out, and even digital nomads are being denied long-term stay. The government sees American-style liberalism as cultural invasion. In 2025, Hungary's anti-USA rhetoric is turning into action through deportations, visa bans, and frozen business licenses. Number 5. Philippines. From allies to deportation orders. How did the relationship between America and the Philippines take such a dramatic turn? Once a close ally of America, the Philippines in 2025 is shifting its loyalties. Under a new administration with pro-China and nationalistic leanings, American military presence is being reduced, and so is tolerance for American expats. Americans working in tourism, teaching, and startups are now facing visa denials, tighter regulations, and even direct deportation. A major contributing factor? Rising anti-Western sentiment and a desire to be less dependent on America. Subscribe now so you won't miss updates on this evolving diplomatic twist. Number 4. Thailand. The backpacker paradise cracking down. Is Thailand closing its golden gates to Americans? Known for its beautiful beaches and warm hospitality, Thailand is now tightening its policies against long-stay tourists. Many Americans used to come on tourist visas and extend their stay for years, working remotely or running small online businesses. But in 2025, Thailand is pushing back hard. Immigration raids in Chiang Mai and Phuket are increasing, and over 500 Americans have already been deported for overstaying or unauthorized work. The Thai government wants to make space for genuine tourists and skilled migrants, not foreign squatters. American freeloaders are now on the chopping block. Number 3. North Korea. No more political games. Did Americans even stand a chance here in 2025? North Korea has always had tight restrictions, but in 2025, the country has banned all American citizens even for humanitarian or journalistic reasons. Due to deteriorating relations and espionage fears, every American in North Korea has been ordered to leave. Several were detained briefly before being escorted out. The regime calls it a protective measure. The USA calls it hostile expulsion. This might not impact tourism because who vacations in North Korea? But it's a significant geopolitical signal. Number 2. Russia. A Cold War reignited. Is Russia the most dangerous place for Americans in 2025? As the world watches the conflict between Russia and Ukraine evolve, America's support for Ukraine has made Russians deeply distrustful of American citizens. In 2025, this has resulted in visa bans, closures of American businesses, and even arrests of dual nationals. Several Americans have been declared persona non grata and expelled, while others are leaving voluntarily amid growing fear. If you're American, Russia doesn't want you, and it's making that crystal clear. Want to stay ahead of global changes? Hit that follow and never miss another update. Number 1. Vietnam. The surprise number 1. But why? Why is Vietnam, once so friendly to American tourists and investors, suddenly shutting its doors? This might shock you. In 2025, Vietnam has drastically changed its immigration and visa policies, with a special focus on curbing Western influence, particularly from America. Tourist visa durations for Americans have been cut, business licenses are being revoked, and new rules are making it nearly impossible for Americans to work or retire there. What triggered this? Analysts suggest that Vietnam is trying to balance its ties between China and America, and distancing from the USA could please Beijing. Also, concerns over cultural dilution, real estate speculation, and political criticism from expats are playing a role. Over 3,000 Americans have already been deported or denied visa renewal in just the first quarter of 2025. That's why Vietnam ranks number 1 on this list, because no one saw it coming. Don't miss more surprises like this. Share your thoughts below and let us know if you think America's global image is crumbling. The world is changing and fast. Once considered a passport to global access, the USA passport is facing more resistance than ever before. These 10 countries show just how rapidly sentiments can shift when politics, economics, and identity collide. Have you or someone you know been affected by these changes? Drop your story in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. And before you go, make sure to subscribe to Wanderlust Ventures for more deep dives, global breakdowns, and shocking stories from every corner of the planet. Until next time, stay informed, stay curious.